spokesperson of the Israeli Defense Forces, Major Libby Weiss, is joining us here on this broadcast. Major, thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. Let me begin by asking you, we've had the Israeli Prime Minister come out and say that we didn't start the war, it was forced on us, but we are going to end it and we will finish it. In your opinion, how long do you see this dragging on for?
Well, at this stage, really our focus is on continuing to secure Israeli communities along the Gaza border, and of course to make sure that Hamas cannot keep attacking Israel, whether that's through infiltrations, whether that's through launching rockets. And we anticipate that this is going to be a long operation, that this will take time. But of course, we are committed as ever to securing our residents and fighting for our homes and for our loved ones.
Having said that, many people have been taken hostages. Many Israeli nationals, many foreign nationals were taken hostage as well. If you could give us a sense of what exactly is happening on that front, the kind of cooperation that's happening with these other countries as well?
Absolutely. So first, I have to say on a personal level that we are just devastated and horrified, and everyone in this country is hearing these stories, and our hearts are with the families and the friends of these hostages, seeing the elderly, seeing children, seeing young people just taken like this is horrific. It is a war crime, and it is something that is truly haunting every one of us. Of course, within the IDF, we are focused on being able to bring them back home. We have appointed 2 generals to coordinate both within the military and with the families, and to share as much information as we have that is accurate with the people that need to know that. And I should say that first and foremost, the fastest way to have these hostages released is for Hamas to do that immediately. For Hamas to do that without any conditions, without any terms, and to let these people return home.
Major Weiss, we've heard the latest that has come to the fore as far as the IDF's counter-offensive or the operation is concerned, that the Minister of Economy of Hamas has been killed. The casualties, the fatalities that we've seen on Hamas's side are much, much higher. How big a boost do you think this is in you doubling down and ensuring that there is complete decimation, as Benjamin Netanyahu put, as far as Hamas is concerned?
I'm sorry, do you mind just repeating that? The audio here is a little bit cut up.
Sure. Major Weiss, I was asking you, the IDF has confirmed or has come out and said that the Minister of Economy of Hamas has been gunned down. The casualties, the figure on Hamas's side is much, much higher. How big of a boost do you think this is for you and the operation that you and your country are leading?
Well, first I have to say, and this is something that we have always taken as a policy of the IDF, which is that we are striking Hamas military targets within the Gaza Strip. And the reason that we are doing that is to make sure that they cannot continue attacking Israel. So we have been striking weapons caches, launching sites, places where they have been planning these attacks and other sorts of attacks, command and control centers. These are the targets that we are striking. And of course, we have warned the world for years that Hamas uses its population, its civilian population, as human shields. And we are doing what we can in a very complex operational reality to try and minimize the impact on civilians. But of course, we need to strike Hamas. There is no other option for us. And I can't imagine that anyone else on anywhere in the world would tell us that we shouldn't be doing this.
Absolutely. And the world, most of the Western countries have also come out and said that Israel does have the right to defend itself and has completely stood with the kind of action that is being initiated by you, by your government, by the military forces there. But the counter argument to that is also that it's always the civilians, the innocents, the unarmed that are caught in the crossfire, and they are collateral damage. That would be true of those living in the Gaza Strip as well.
Again, we, in such contrast to Hamas, we have no interest in harming civilians. And I think we need to go back to how this whole event started. This event started on Saturday with a massacre of civilians in Israel. This is the biggest massacre of civilians since the establishment of the country. More than 900 people have been killed, and the responsibility of what takes place in Gaza now, that is on Hamas. That is on Hamas for launching this horrific attack and for their continued investment in terror against Israel.
Major Weiss, one last question before I let you go. Many say that this is something that Israel should have seen coming. It caught them by surprise. It caught you by surprise. But that really is not how it should have gone. How do you respond to that kind of criticism that's coming to the fore, where people are talking about fixing accountability, fixing blame as far as intelligence failure is concerned?
I think those are important questions. I have to say that right now, though, the focus is on the war that is taking place as we speak. Once we are past that, and of course that will take time, then there's no question that we will have to provide those answers. The country, everybody will have to provide those answers. Right now, though, of course, the focus is on restoring peace, making sure that our citizens are safe, that hostages are released, and that we can conclude this war, which again will take time. And that's where our focus is right now.
We really do hope that this bloodshed ends at the earliest, because irrespective of which side the casualties are on, innocent lives are being lost, and there really needs to be an end to that. But Major Libby Weiss, thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18.